For me, it's about the law and people. How am I supposed to quantify the value of these things when I don't have evidence?
I'm sorry.
And how people can resolve their problems and just be better for it.
Justice with passion.
I always knew I was going to go into law because I tried to see everybody's point of view in an argument. You say one thing, she says another. So who am I to believe?
Justice with truth.
Either you make the decision or I make the decision. You won't like mine.
This is Justice for All with Judge Cristina Perez. Paul Childers is suing Stephen Hughes in the amount of $8,500. Mr. Childers claims he broke his wrist during a fall on his neighbor's sidewalk and says the defendant owes for not shoveling the snow.
Good afternoon, gentlemen. Mr. Childers, I understand you're here suing your neighbor, Mr. Hughes, for $8,500.
Correct, Your Honor.
Wow, $8,500. Tell me what happened.
Well, long story short, I slipped on his sidewalk in front of his house and broke my wrist because he hadn't shoveled the sidewalk. He and I have traditionally been very cordial and amicable. Our children go to the same school, play together in the neighborhood often. It's a safe neighborhood. All the neighbors get along. My wife and I have planned block parties and barbecues. I mean, I guess I was just expecting for him to offer to pay the medical bills, considering that I slipped on his sidewalk because he hadn't shoveled the snow.
Okay, it's really the city sidewalk, right? But why don't you explain to me why? So just explain what happened, how you fell, when you fell, etc. Explain the actual damages.
Right. Well, Well, I always walk my dog late at night. It was pretty dark.
Okay.
And the dog started barking and tugged on the leash, chasing after a raccoon or something when I was in front of Stephen's house. And that startled me, and that contributed to me slipping. But I have the same routine. I walk the dog every day up the block on my side of the street. Stephen lives across the street from me.
Okay.
And I walk back down on the other side of the street, on Stephen's side of the street.
Yeah,
and
I do
was
that
just,
too.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Kind of like a circuit. Yeah.
Yeah, quick walk. Exactly.
Yeah,
I know what you're
no.
saying. Okay. So then what else happened?
Well, then I called for my wife. I screamed to call 911. I didn't have my phone with me because I like to leave my phone at home when I go on walks sometimes. And she heard me, luckily, through the windows. He didn't come to help. And so I had to go in an ambulance to the hospital. I had to get full reconstructive surgery on my right hand, my dominant hand. It's put me, I write for a living. I type a lot, you know. I could barely type for months after the surgery. I got these scars and I'm still rehabbing it.
All right. And then, so the $8,500 you had to pay out of pocket, did your insurance pay for part of it?
Well, the $85 is the copay. It was more like twice that was the total bill, plus bills for...
So $85 is your copay. Do you have evidence that you paid the copay?
Yes, ma'am. I got these
Please give that to Cinder. Do you have any other evidence, pictures or anything?
Yeah, there's a couple pictures in there of his house from my...
All right, so then you got injured, your wife came, the ambulance came, they took you to the hospital, you had to get reconstructive surgery, you say, like right here on your wrist.
Yep.
You fractured, and then when did you approach the defendant and say, hey, but for your negligence, you should have done this and you didn't?
That was a month later when I got the bill. I wasn't expecting to, I thought my insurance was going to pay the whole bill. I wasn't expecting that big of a copay, you know.
Well, you know your deductible, though.
Well, still, it was an unanticipated bill. I mean, I didn't anticipate...
So you actually, out of pocket, paid $8,500?
Yes.
So do you have any evidence that you paid for it, or what is it? Oh, here, the invoice said paid. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, you paid for one invoice $7,300, and then the other invoice is paid for physical therapy, $1,200. Oh, my goodness. Wow.
Yeah,
so that was a really bad fall.
Yeah, it was a really bad fall, and I'm still on medication. I'm still rehabilitating from it. I still can't type my normal typing speed.
And you're just suing them for the out-of-pocket.
Exactly.
That's it. And when you said to him, hey, I fell in front of your property, you were obligated, according to the city code that you provided, you were obligated to shovel it after a certain amount of time, and you failed to do this, and I fell, therefore you're responsible. He said sorry?
He was kind of apologetic, but still, I mean, money talks and something else walks. I mean, you know, it's like...
So, Mr. Hughes, what happened then? So why not remove the snow?
Well, Your Honor, I think Paul has left out probably 60 to 80% of really what happened.
Okay, tell me.
And his story is much of a fantasy.
All right.
First of all, we had the snow day. There was amount of snow that snowed, and it closed the schools. So his kids, his 2 daughters, and my 2 sons were friends, good friends, and they played and came over to our house frequently, and we went to their house and played. They came over, and frequently when it snows, our kids and their kids go on these round little plastic saucers and slide down the hill. So we said, sure, you can do that.
Coming up on Justice for All.
My argument is that
They came and played the next day after he fell?
They would have had he not fallen.
No, my kids don't go over to his house anymore. I don't trust them.
And later,
I don't get aggressive. I just think you're ignorant.
I'm going to call the ambulance for you.
All right, Mr. Carrillo, you are accusing him of being aggressive, and all you've demonstrated is being a child. My dog's more mature than you.
if you'll be in the Los Angeles area and want to bring your case to court, call 1-888-552-6878. You're watching Justice for All with Judge Cristina Perez. We're back with the case of Paul Childers, who is suing Stephen Hughes for medical expenses.
You had your sidewalk had been cleaned, everything?
That portion of the sidewalk
there's
had
that
not
little
been
portion.
cleaned because the kids were going
Got
down.
it. So he knew that, everybody knew that.
He knew that, and Paul was looking out his window. You'll see pictures of him that he took from the window. He wasn't there watching the kids, but 5 minutes all day long.
Well, I could see the kids from my
But he
office
couldn't.
window.
He wasn't there. He couldn't hear
It's a safe
them.
neighborhood.
So I watched his kids for the whole day while he was doing whatever he was doing. I don't know. He said he was at home.
How many hours were the kids playing there?
1 o'clock till 5:50.
Wow.
So
Did you
4
feed them
hours.
lunch and snacks?
I made sure they ate before they came.
Okay, so they literally played for 4 or 5 hours straight, nonstop.
4 hours and 50 minutes,
Wow.
to be exact.
All right, and did
So-
you have to stay vigilant at the sidewalk so they wouldn't roll into the street?
I was there 70% of the time, and I had the door open because 4 hours to sit there, and it was difficult for
All
me.
right, so but you kept an eye on them.
We kept an
What
eye. We
else?
could hear everything.
Got it. And then so that's why you refused
I didn't refuse.
to pay for his medical
Yeah,
medical expenses?
Well, first of all, I found out about it a couple days later. Immediately, I went over, like a good neighbor, to give him cookies and try and console him.
Of course, yeah.
You know, I didn't want that to happen. And then a few weeks later, he comes over to my house waving this bill in front of my face going, "You pay it, you pay it." I had no idea. I knew that he hurt himself.
Got it.
I did the right thing to let the kids play, and they wanted to play the next day. My argument is that
They came and played the next day after he fell?
they would have had he not fallen.
No, my kids don't go over to his house anymore. I don't trust them.
Okay. So then one very interesting thing that you added in, you were very thorough about this, Mr. Hughes, is that you basically added a section of Maryland law that specifically says that it's a contributory negligence state where the plaintiff will be barred from recovery if they are even at 1% fault. So you're basically saying because he knew of the sidewalk, therefore he assumed the risk.
Right, but for him, I mean, it was fine for him, for the kids to play on it.
Yep.
He didn't complain about it then.
Yeah.
And then because of his negligent walking and without a flashlight, he fell, and now it's not okay. So
Yeah.
does he want it this way or does he want it that way?
I hear you. Anything else, Mr. Childers?
You know, I walk my dog in the neighborhood all the time for years. You know, this is the first time this has happened. And I wasn't anticipating the snow being so compacted by the sledding and everything.
Yeah, but this time,
And iced over.
Can't we argue that this time was different, Mr. Childers?
Yeah,
because
this
you
time
yourself
was
at the
different.
very beginning said that you were walking your dog, we're on my notes, late at night, no flashlight, and all of a sudden my dog got startled.
Yeah.
And he ran, and I kind of had to run with him because I was holding him at a leash. That's different, right? Yeah. To me, the fact that you were walking without a flashlight, your dog got startled, he pulled on the leash, and you had to run after him is a huge intervening factor in this lawsuit, right? It's huge because now I can't erase that. Right? It's not the dog's fault. It's not your fault. It's not the Mr. Hughes' fault that your dog got startled. He did. But you were holding him and you were walking and it was snowing, right? And it just happened to be that you were in front of the defendant's house when this happened. Because we also cannot ignore the fact that you had very specific knowledge that your kids and his kids were snowboarding or snow disking on his lawn into that part of the sidewalk. So we can't ignore that either because you knew. So had you had a flashlight, had you maybe been a little bit more careful, maybe you wouldn't have landed on his sidewalk.
And had he abided by the ordinance.
But the biggest thing to me, the intervening factor, is that your dog, no flashlight, your dog got startled, he pulled you. And the fact that you knew, right? You claim it was in front of his house. It could have not been in front of his house. You haven't given me pictures of the day, when people have accidents, they take a picture. This is the car that hit me. This is where I fell. Here's his house. I'm not saying I don't believe you, but these factors that you knew, the intervening factors about your pet, that really call into question the claim. That on top of your state potentially saying that even if you knew of the danger and you were negligent, just even a tiny bit, it erases responsibility from the wrongdoer. And that is something I can't ignore from your state. You knew that's where the kids were. You knew that they were snowboarding there. So based on that and based on the law of your state, I have to deny your claim. So based on the evidence, I will deny the plaintiff's claim and rule in favor of the defendant. It's a tough thing, Mr. Childers. It's tough to swallow, but that is the law, and that is what we have to stick by. The facts of this case do not support your claim. Okay? Good luck.
Thank you.
All rise.
Judge Perez has ruled in favor of the defendant. The plaintiff's claim has been denied.
I'm very disappointed in this ruling, and I'm going to think twice about ever litigating again in my life.
He did know that the snow was there, and he knew what was going on, and I just wish him the best in the future.
Coming up on Justice for All.
I got on one knee, and next thing I know, I hear him coming from nowhere. He was like, "No way!" And he came running up to me, and he knocked the ring out of my hand into Niagara Falls, and it went down.
You're watching Justice for All with Judge Cristina Perez. Anthony Burnside is suing Diego Carrillo in the amount of $8,650. Mr. Burnside claims his marriage proposal went awry when his fiancée's brother knocked the ring into Niagara Falls and says the defendant needs to pay up.
Okay, Mr. Burnside, good morning. You are here suing your brother-in-law, Mr. Carrillo?
Yes, actually, yeah, my future brother-in-law.
Future brother-in-law,
yes.
For $8,650, which is the value of the engagement ring that you were supposed to give his sister.
Yes, correct.
What happened?
So I proposed on a boat in Niagara Falls, and he ruined it. Mm-hmm. I was like, you know what? This is the perfect time to propose. I pull out my ring, and I actually texted him first, and I go, "Can you please go away so I can have some privacy with your sister?" I even have the text of that and show you it right here.
Go ahead, give that to
And he said yes.
Okay. So then after he goes away, or you see him, he walks away from you guys?
He said he was going to go to the bathroom, yes.
Okay.
And I was talking to her and telling her how much I loved her and wanted to spend the rest of my life with her. I got on one knee, and next thing I know, I hear him coming from nowhere. He was like, "No way!" And he came running up to me, and he knocked the ring out of my hand into Niagara Falls, and it went down over the falls, and that was it. I was out basically $9,000.
That's a lie.
That is not a lie.
That's a
That
lie.
is exactly
You're
what happened.
lying.
You're an idiot.
You're lying.
Mr.
I didn't want it
Burnside.
to be filmed, and he had
You
his
see how aggressive he
Mr.
gets, Your Honor? You see how
Burnside.
aggressive he gets? I don't get like that.
I don't get aggressive. I just think you're ignorant.
I'm going to call the ambulance for you.
All right, Mr. Carrillo, you are accusing him of being aggressive, and all you've demonstrated is being a child.
Sorry.
My dog's more mature than you.
Oh, sorry about that.
So seriously, what happened on that day?
Coming up,
How long have they been dating?
3 years, and I'd
So
been
that's a long
nuisance.
time. Is your sister stupid?
She likes stupid men. She likes stupid men. As you could tell, she loves stupid men.
you're watching Justice for All with Judge Cristina Perez. We're back with the case of Anthony Burnside, who is suing Diego Carrillo for negligence.
On that day, my sister texted me And she said, do you want to go to Niagara Falls? I haven't been there since I was 7 years old. I mean, it's not that I can't stand him, but he's with my sister and I'm her older brother. So at the end of the day, I'm protective. I don't know if you
How long have they been dating?
3 years. And it's
So
been
that's a long
nuisance.
time. Is your sister stupid?
She likes stupid men. She likes stupid men. As you could tell, she loves stupid men.
So your sister's dating somebody for 3 years. Your sister obviously is not stupid. She has the patience of a saint if you're her brother. She knows what she's doing. She hasn't shown any type of evidence that she's being abused by this person. She obviously cares about him. So you decide to still go to Niagara Falls with your sister and her boyfriend because you haven't been there since you were 7 years old?
Well,
Couldn't you say, no, Maria, you and Anthony go by yourselves, I'll stay home?
95% of the time, I don't think, Your Honor.
I know that.
Just act.
I know that.
So I
It's
just
terrible.
was going there,
Ridiculous.
and I saw him get on one knee, and I wanted a memory for life, so I took out my phone. Someone bumped me from the
You
back.
hate me. Why would you want that
How
memory?
fast?
Who doesn't hate you? Look at you.
Your Honor, this is what I have to deal with on a daily basis, and it's only making our relationship worse, and we haven't even picked a date yet for our wedding.
Can you try to be serious for 3 minutes?
Yes, Your Honor.
Seriously.
Yes, Your Honor.
He asked you for some privacy, yes or no?
Yes.
Did you walk away, yes or no?
At first, yes.
Okay, so you left him alone, yes or no?
At first, yes.
All right. You saw him go on a one knee.
Yes.
Okay. At that moment, what did you do?
I took my phone out, Your Honor, and I put it in video mode, put the flash on, and then I got bumped from the back.
Judge Perez's verdict when Justice for All returns. You're watching Justice for All with Judge Cristina Perez.
I tried to, like I said, Your Honor, I got bumped from the back. And
He said, so you didn't take a step towards them because he said that you ran towards them.
Yeah, I think he needs a helmet, Your Honor, because
Okay, so then how?
Because
so then who was the person? Who was the person that bumped you?
I don't know his name.
A big dude like you?
I didn't want
Was it a
on-
big dude?
Ma'am, it's a very busy place.
So somebody actually pushed you so hard that you flew 4 to 5 feet straight into Mr. Burnside.
Ma'am, it's...
Is that what happened? Yes or no?
Nobody pushed you.
Is
Nobody
that
pushed you. You
I
slipped.
got bumped from the back, Your Honor,
All
and it's
right.
a wet place, Your Honor. It's a
Okay.
tourist destination. I don't know the person that
All
bumped me
right.
from the
Okay.
back.
So did you bump the ring from his finger with your body?
I might have. I don't remember doing it, but I did fall on the floor. And then right when I got up, he started to choke me, and I had my
Did you
phone and it
bump
broke.
Mr. Burnside with your body, causing him to lose the ring?
I did bump him. I don't know if it was...
Okay, that's all I needed to know. All right, based on the evidence, I will grant your claim for $8,650.
Thank you very
That's
much.
it.
Beautiful.
All rise.
Judge Perez has ruled in favor of the plaintiff. The defendant has been ordered to pay $8,650.
I think this is a great outcome, and to be honest, I'm still gonna love your sister forever, and you have to get used to me, because I'm gonna be in your life forever.
Good luck getting the money, sir.
Yeah, it'll be another 10 years, because you are not good for it.
This has been a production of Allen Media Group.